Hey everyone, welcome to the Bridge Health Educator. Today we're going on a super important adventure, but instead of toys, we're talking about safety. We're going to explore 15 hidden dangers in your home that could be dangerous for kids. We'll learn all about these dangers and how to stay safe, just like when we learn about fire safety or wearing helmets. It's important to know about these things so we can protect our friends and family. So, get ready to learn some really important stuff with me. Remember, safety first, let's go! Bath time is super fun. It's a time to relax, play, and enjoy the water. We get to play with rubber duckies and make bubbles. The water feels nice and warm, and it's a great way to end the day. But did you know that even a little bit of water can be dangerous? It's true. Just a few inches of water can be risky if we're not careful. Even if the bathtub isn't full, it's important to always have a grown-up nearby when you're taking a bath. They can keep an eye on you and make sure you're safe. Imagine you're splashing around and you slip and fall. It can happen so quickly, and you might not be able to get up on your own. If a grown-up isn't there to help, you could get hurt. That's why having someone there is so important. That's why it's super important to always have a grown-up watching you in the bathtub. They can help you if you need it and make sure you're having fun safely. And remember, never ever climb or stand up in the bathtub. It's very slippery, and you could easily lose your balance. It's slippery, and you could fall and get hurt. Falling in the bathtub can be very dangerous. Always sit down and be careful. Make sure you're sitting securely and not moving around too much. So next time you're having a splashy good time in the bathtub, remember to stay safe and always have a grown-up nearby. Enjoy your bath, but always be careful. Buckets are for all sorts of things, like carrying water for our plants, washing our cars, or even for cleaning up around the house. They are incredibly useful tools that help us in our daily chores, whether it's helping mom and dad clean the floors or washing the windows. But did you know that buckets can be dangerous for little ones? It's true, and it's something every parent should be aware of. Even a small bucket with just a little bit of water can pose a serious risk if a child falls in head first. They might not be able to get out on their own. This can be really scary and dangerous. It's important to always keep an eye on buckets when children are around. So, it's really important to remember to always empty buckets right after you use them. Turn them over to make sure no water is left inside. And if you see a bucket with water in it, tell a grown-up right away so they can empty it. Remember, safety first. Always be cautious and keep our little ones safe. Yummy! I love boiled eggs. They are so tasty and nutritious, don't you think? But did you know that even yummy food can be dangerous if we don't chew it properly? It's true! Chewing is super important for our safety. When we eat food, it's super important to chew it really well. Chewing breaks down the food into smaller pieces, making it easier to swallow and digest. If we try to swallow food in big pieces, it can get stuck in our throat and make it hard to breathe. This can be very scary and dangerous. That's why it's important to take small bites and chew our food until it's super duper small. And you know what? Chewing well also helps our tummy feel better. Chewing our food slowly helps us enjoy the taste even more. We can savor every bite and really appreciate the flavors. So, let's be like dinosaurs and chew our food nice and slow. Remember, the more we chew, the more fun and safe our eating experience will be. Yams are yummy and good for us, but just like with other foods, we have to be careful when we eat them. Yams can be a little bit tricky because they can be kind of hard and chewy. If we don't chew them really well, they can get stuck in our throat. That's why it's important to make sure that yams are cut into small pieces or mashed up really well, especially for babies and toddlers. Remember, safety first. Always chew your food carefully, and if you're a grown-up, make sure to cut food into small pieces for little ones. The refrigerator is so cool. It keeps our food cold and fresh, but it uses electricity. And electricity can be dangerous if we don't use it safely. That's why it's important to never play with plugs or put anything into the electrical outlets. Plugs and outlets are for grown-ups to use. If you see a plug that's not plugged in properly, or a wire that's loose, tell a grown-up right away so they can fix it. Remember, electricity is powerful and can be dangerous if we don't treat it with respect. Let's be safe and leave the electrical stuff to the grown-ups, okay? Wires are like long, skinny snakes that carry electricity. And just like we don't want to play with real snakes, we definitely don't want to play with electrical wires. Pulling on wires can be really dangerous. It can damage the wires, and it can also pull things down from high places like lamps or TVs, which could hurt us. So remember, wires are not for pulling. If you see a wire that's damaged or frayed, tell a grown-up right away so they can fix it. Cleaning supplies help keep our homes clean and sparkly, but they can be dangerous for kids. Cleaning supplies often come in colorful bottles that might look like juice or candy, but they're definitely not for drinking. Drinking cleaning supplies can make us really sick. That's why it's super important to never ever touch or taste anything under the sink or in the cleaning closet. Always ask a grown-up for help if you need something from those places. Remember, safety first. Let's keep those cleaning supplies out of reach and leave the cleaning to the grown-ups. Toys are so much fun. We love to play with all sorts of toys, big and small. But did you know that even small toys can be dangerous if they're not played with safely? Small toys can be a choking hazard, especially for babies and toddlers. If a toy is small enough to fit inside a toilet paper roll, it's too small for babies and toddlers to play with without a grown-up watching. Always remember to put your toys away in their proper containers when you're finished playing with them. This helps keep your room tidy and prevents tripping hazards. Windows let us see the outside world, but it's important to remember that windows can be dangerous if we're not careful. Never climb on furniture or stand near open windows. It's easy to lose your balance and fall out, which could lead to serious injuries. Make sure that windows are properly secured with child-proof locks, especially if you have young children at home. These locks prevent windows from opening wide enough for a child to fall out. Remember, safety first. Let's enjoy the view from our window safely by following these simple tips. Bath time is so much fun, but it's important to be careful with hot water. Hot water can burn our skin if it's too hot. Before you get in the bathtub, always ask a grown-up to check the water temperature. They can make sure it's just right, not too hot and not too cold, like Goldilocks. And remember, never turn on the hot water faucet by yourself. Always ask a grown-up for help. Let's make bath time safe and enjoyable by being careful with hot water. Window blinds help block out the sunlight, but the cords that open and close them can be dangerous for young children. Long cords can pose a strangulation hazard. Children can accidentally get tangled in them while playing or trying to look out the window. If possible, opt for cordless blinds or shades, especially in rooms where young children spend time. Cordless blinds are safer and easier to operate. Remember, safety first. Let's keep our windows stylish and safe by being mindful of blind cord safety. Knives and other sharp objects are tools that help us in the kitchen, but they can be dangerous if they're not handled properly. Sharp objects can cut us if we're not careful. Always ask a grown-up for help when you need to use a knife or other sharp objects. They can teach you how to use them safely. Remember, sharp objects are not toys. Let's leave them to the grown-ups and admire their sharpness from a safe distance. Climbing is fun, but it's important to choose safe places to climb. Furniture is not made for climbing, and it can be dangerous. Heavy furniture like dressers, bookcases, and TVs can tip over if they're not properly secured. If you climb on them, they could fall on you and cause serious injuries. Ask a grown-up to help you anchor heavy furniture to the wall using special safety straps or brackets. This will prevent it from tipping over. Remember, safety first. Let's leave the climbing to playgrounds and climbing walls, which are designed for safe climbing adventures. Candles create a warm and cozy atmosphere, but it's important to remember that fire is dangerous and should never be left unattended. Never play with matches or lighters. These are tools for grown-ups and can easily start a fire. If you see a candle burning, make sure a grown-up is nearby, and that it's placed on a stable surface away from anything flammable. Remember, fire safety is everyone's responsibility. Let's enjoy the beauty of candles safely by following these important guidelines. Food is delicious and gives us energy, but some people have food allergies, which means their bodies have a hard time digesting certain foods. Common food allergens include peanuts, tree nuts, milk, eggs, soy, wheat, fish, and shellfish. If you have a food allergy, it's important to avoid those foods altogether. Always read food labels carefully and ask a grown-up for help if you're unsure whether a food is safe for you to eat. Remember, food allergies are serious, but with awareness and caution we can all enjoy delicious and safe meals. Thanks for watching, everyone. We learned so much about staying safe at home today. Remember, it's important to be aware of our surroundings and take precautions to prevent accidents. Always listen to your grown-ups and follow safety rules. By working together, we can make our homes safe and happy places for everyone. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fun and educational videos. See you next time. Bye.